there's something.
Hey, shalom, shalom. Give us 1 second. We're checking out the different cameras, and we'll be with you.
I'm live.
Give a second. That's you right there?
Yeah, that's me right there.
All right. And that's Mataz.
Push the button.
It says rotate or change the screen orientation.
So you didn't do
fix it
that.
for you.
Yeah. Mark, just to look at that, just a little.
I hope you didn't unplug.
That's okay. No, that's fine.
Geometric over there is good. A little bit more. There you go. That's good right there. Okay. Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2. Mic check.
You good, Pops? You good, Pops?
Excuse me.
Which one's yours?
The only one good.
All right. Counting down. 1, 2, 3. We're live.
Is it good? Somebody double check the elder.
Check.
Double check the elder. Mine's fine.
Yeah, you straight.
All right, check Elder Malcolm. Is Young Malak down here?
Nope.
All right, somebody's on point. Make sure Young Malak is on point.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with one.
All right,
What did he say you did?
Then we good.
Okay, all right. Shalom. We are the Brothers of the Great Millstone here in Chicago. And first and foremost, we want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto
Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rekakwadash.
Double honors unto our apostles, double honors unto our elder bishops. Salutations to all our fellow laborers out there that's doing this work in truth and sincerity, risking their lives and their freedom to do so now more so than ever.
That's right.
All right. And to the scattered elect that are scattered around the four corners of the earth, right? The tabernacle of David that is ordained to be the ruling class people here on earth, the new government, the new heavens that will be here on earth, set up by who the world fraudulently and falsely calls JC. His name is Yahweh Shai, all right? That are scattered around the four corners of the earth among the heathen nations. They have the appearance of the heathen nations. This is not a black only thing. All right, and to the few Akwaf, meaning the sisters that are listening and learning, we give a sincere shalom, and we're just going to go into that we're at the end of our 400 plus year Holocaust.
That's right, buddy.
And Deuteronomy 30:7, because what you're now starting to see is open Edomite violence. As I was watching a video with the Apostle Gabar and two of the elder bishops, Elder Taz and Elder Einat, elder bishops. It was very edifying and very motivating, and I just couldn't get enough of it. I hated it when it went off. I was doing stuff at home, but I was listening to it in the background the entire time. And the level of wickedness that's been done unto us, nothing can measure up to it. Right. Nothing. And when I saw the video of them removing, how the president ordered them to remove that stuff over in Philly. All right, trying to whitewash history, because I remember a time when so-called white people were very proud of their domineering, of their imperialistic colonial behavior,
manifest justice,
and the fruits that they got as a result of it. They once were very proud. Now they're ashamed of it. Don't want to talk about it. Don't want it taught in their school. Even call it CRT. It's not theory. You can't call history theory. How the hell do you get off calling an actual factual events theory?
That's right.
That don't make sense.
Right.
Absolutely none whatsoever. All right.
That's crazy.
I got a precept.
Bring it out, brother.
This is
we get
Daniel
that-
9 and 11.
I got it.
We
We all got that.
Get that Deuteronomy first, brother.
I got
Then bring
that.
out that Daniel.
All right, I got Deuteronomy right now. This is Deuteronomy 30:7. And the Lord thy power will put all these curses upon thine enemies, and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee. And thou shalt return and obey the voice of the Lord, and do all his commandments, which I command thee this day.
You got Edomites that are afraid and panicking now. And now they're starting to see and understand what Jake was actually going through.
Yes.
Is
Right.
it 5 where it says when they shall turn, because this is why this is coming to pass now. It says when they is it like 1 or 2 verses up, it says when they shall turn and serve their power with their whole heart. It says when we shall return, man. So Jake is basically coming back to this.
Yeah, that's verse 6.
You got street Jake arguing about scriptures, but
Ah.
at least they're talking about the scriptures.
That's right, brother.
Yeah.
Okay?
And that's what
not.
they don't understand. That when the Lord says, the Lord, the people of the Lord, even if they're in good standing or not good standing, all of us are still the people of the Lord.
Right.
Irrelevant if we're good, in good standing or not good standing. Because even the worst Jake, even the worst
Got
Jake,
gangbanging Jake
Yes.
bringing out scriptures.
yes. You know what I'm
All
saying? Or even when the Popo come get him and get him in them lights, and he be like, I did it, and Pokey did it, and Ray Ray was with us too. We have a spirit within us where we can't help but be honest and be truthful, even in our debauchery. You know what I'm saying? So it's different levels. I'll go up and read that again in Deuteronomy 30, and I'll start with 5. And the Lord thy power will bring thee into the land which thy fathers possessed, and thou shalt possess it. And he will do thee good and multiply thee above thy fathers. And the Lord thy power will circumcise thine heart and the heart of thy seed.
Now, how could that be another people when you got a pink city?
Come on now. Come on.
All right. When
Yeah.
when you have rallies for the right to rape.
Oh.
Okay. When you written in your books that you can do sexual acts to
Babies.
to someone as long as they're under 3.
Mhm.
Yeah, exactly.
Under
As long
three.
as they're not
Yeah.
men.
Under
As long as they're under 3 or they're not past 9, some weird
That's
mess.
so wicked ass shit. And no scripture give that provision.
But I've read that in their book.
And that's
right.
all mud.
All right, in the T Mud book.
Mhm.
But go ahead, brother.
To love the Lord thy God with all thine heart and with all thy soul, and that thou mayest live. And the Lord thy power will put all these curses upon thine enemies and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee.
And see, what's happening is the remnant. Okay, because this is all about the remnant right now. It's not about all of Israel until after the remnant is saved out of the said calamities that are coming upon us. All right, so it's all about the remnant, and the remnant are waking up.
That's right.
The remnant are calling on the name of the Lord. The remnant are turning back.
That's right.
All right, the rest of Israel, they're already lost. All right, matter of fact, there's no way around it. They have to get death by pain.
That's right.
All right, so all this what Esau's going through, Esau is experiencing a purge on themselves right now.
That's right.
I've been saying for months they're getting ready to start pew-pewing each other,
That's right.
and that's exactly what you're seeing.
Yes.
All right, bring out your scripture, brother.
You want to bring up that?
Yes, Daniel. Come, this is Daniel 9, and I'll start at verse 11. It says, yea, all Israel has transgressed thy law.
We started 10.
Come. This is Daniel 9 and 10. Neither have we obeyed the voice of our Lord our power to walk in his laws, which he set before us by his servants the prophets. Yeah, all Israel has transgressed thy law, even by departing, that they might not obey thy voice. Therefore, the curse is poured upon us. The curse is poured upon us, and the oath that is written in the law of Moses, the servant of Yahweh, because we have sinned against him. And he had confirmed his words which he spake against us and against our judges that judged us, by bringing upon us great evil, for under the whole heaven hath not been done has been done upon Jerusalem.
Right, so there's no people, there's no group of people that exist in the earth that can measure up to the pain and suffering that was done to so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans.
That's right, brother.
Right.
When you take into account the 500 years, actually, the 500 years of suffrage of under the imperialism, we're talking about rape of man, rape of children, rape of women, rape of old. All right,
rape of heritage,
culture, murder, burned alive, eaten, whipped, bones broken. Worked to death, starved to death, shit upon mouth, hung from trees,
rigor
upon
a day,
all manner of mercy, and this went on. It's still going on
to this day.
All right,
and I was gonna say, and all this is a result of our disobedience to our God and the curses that He put upon us. Can I read the same thing in the NLT?
Absolutely, brother.
Because in Daniel 9 and 10, in the NLT, the New Living Translation, it says, we have not obeyed the voice of our God, talking about us, the Israelites.
That's right.
For we have not followed the instructions he gave us through his servants, the prophets.
Which is the only reason Esau Edom is over us.
That's it.
All right.
He would have no power
as a child, I always wondered, all right, is a child I knew how mighty my people were. All right. I knew how mighty the natives were. Okay. I knew how mighty the so-called Negroes were. I was watching sports. I was watching basketball. I was watching boxing. All right. I played sports. And it baffled me. How in the hell did this slow, weak, pathetic man? And now I understand.
Divine.
It was divine intervention. The Lord, it was given unto them. It wasn't anything that they done. And you can even take that back to Alexander. The Lord was with him because Esau had to come into power.
That's it.
All right.
It says there is in that Romans 13, there is no power but of the Most High God, who gives anybody or anything the power that it has.
So he put this weak, pathetic base man over us.
Yeah.
All right.
It's a part of his whooping stick.
Who is extra wicked. And he is right. And he is he did extra wickedly. And that's the problem. He went above and beyond what he was supposed to do. And now his sins have reached up into the Lord of Sabaoth. Go ahead,
yeah. So back in this Daniel chapter 9, verse 11 now in the NLT, it says, all Israel has disobeyed your instructions and turned away, refusing to listen to your voice. So now the solemn curses and judgments written in the law of Moses, the servant of God, have been poured down on us because of our sins. You see, it's been poured down on us. Okay, and that's why verse 12, it says, you have kept your word and have done to us and to our rulers exactly as you warned. Never has there been such a disaster as happened unto Jerusalem, as happened unto the Israelites. And so these curses that has happened to the Israelites, all right, is now going to be turned to y'all, because real quick in this Deuteronomy 2 Maccabees chapter 6 and verse 12, it says, now I beseech those that read this book, talking to you Israelites, that they be not discouraged for these calamities, but that they judge these punishments not to be for our destruction, but for a chastening of our nation. It's for our moral improvement that we're going through these curses and this disaster that we've been going through lifetime after lifetime after lifetime, and all these atrocities that have been committed against us, in these heathen nations that have lorded over us and devoured us and done all these things to us. But check it out. Verse 13, 2 Maccabees 6 and 13, it says, for it is a token, a sign of his great goodness, the Most High's great goodness, when wicked doers are not suffer any long time, but forthwith punished. All right, when wicked doers. So when we, the Israelites, his special chosen children, when we done wickedly, he don't suffer any long time, but forthwith punish us. He punished us right away. That's why in Amos 3 and 1, it says, you only of all the families of the earth will I punish, because you are my people. You are my children, right? But going back to this 2 Maccabees 6 and 14, it says, for not as with other nations, all right, the heathen, whom the Lord patiently forbeareth to punish till they come to the fullness of their sins, so dealeth he with us.
That's right.
You see, so once we are done with our punishment and the curses that befell us, the curses are going to now go unto our enemies, our oppressors, because they have done all manner of wickedness and have yet to be punished. That's why the scripture says in that Ecclesiastes 11 and 8, it says, for sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily. Therefore, the hearts of the sons of man is fully set in them to do evil.
Oh, yeah.
Because they haven't got punished.
Yeah.
But time now, all right, that it's time for them to get punished, because our punishment is almost about up, and their punishment is starting.
And all those nations that helped Esau, they're feeling it too. And they're feeling it from Esau, and now they're ready to turn on Esau.
That's right, brother.
Because in you nations, you're not innocent.
That's right.
All you people, all you Elamites over there, was it the God with all them arms, Shiva? You worshiping elephants,
right?
Rats in temples,
exactly.
All kind of weird shit.
Yes,
they lift up a cow's butt to go ahead and get a shower. And over there, the Hamites,
right? Yeah, them Hamites over there. Yeah, exactly.
All manner of heathenistic
ways.
Right,
hunting down baboons. You don't eat monkeys. Fool.
Right.
All right. So You know, and then Moab and Ammon, they eat all kind of shit.
That's right.
If it
You know,
moves, it's food.
if it moves, it's food. You're right.
Oh,
They worse than ham. Meat is meat for
Ooh, this
real with
food.
Ammon and Moab.
It's
Right.
meat.
Like the elders in Dallas was saying, you know, they was reading at Sirach chapter 6 and talking about put your head into the yoke of wisdom, right?
mhm.
And it says how, you know, wisdom saves you from yourself,
Right.
right?
Right.
You're, you know, in the restrictions of this, you know, law, statutes, and commandments, the wisdom of the Heavenly Father, it saves you from yourself.
Mhm.
So I was just thinking about that's what we're going to do in the kingdom of heaven. We're going to save these heathens from themselves
Yeah.
because we're going to, you know, they're not going to be allowed to, you know,
Go the fuck off.
they're not going to
Fact,
be
fact,
I
allowed
will
to
show
For
you the
long
way.
periods of time and this, that, and other.
well, no, they're not going to be allowed to exact their heathenistic way anymore. We're going to break them from
Yeah.
that.
We will show them the
And
way.
when someone does, they ratting that nigga out.
That's it.
Yeah.
Oh, exactly.
All right, because the rain not gonna come. I don't know how the system's gonna be, but members of the elect gonna jump on a chariots, or float, or trans. What do you call it?
Transport.
Well, with Jonah, the
Transport them.
heathens knew something was
Right.
off because they were getting saved. They're like, shit, the heathens knew with Jonah.
Yeah.
They're
So
like,
they
hey,
gonna-
bro,
somebody
here-
was going off.
Yeah,
Somebody
he's
there.
like, somebody's
Hey,
dirty.
who in here?
Right.
There's something here because
Right.
this ain't
Right.
right. This ain't normal.
And they gonna bring that nigga forward right
Yes.
by the ear. This nigga right here.
Throw
Even
them
though
overboard. And
he-
then they apologize and say, look, man, we don't know because you one of them, but just in case we tried.
no,
But we gonna have to.
what is it called? Telepathy.
Telepathy.
You know what I'm saying? Well, here it is. We gonna know everything. We gonna know
Know
what
they
they're
thoughts.
thinking. You know what I'm saying? We gonna know, you know, all that. So
Right.
ain't no-
So the nigga in the blue did it.
yeah, exactly.
Right.
Yeah, yep. You just thought the thought.
Right.
Thank you. You told
I
him
need
yourself.
nothing else from you. Ain't even open your mouth.
Didn't even open your mouth.
It's like no.
Come here, the fool.
Come
Yeah,
here.
Yeah, you come here.
now, speak what you just thought, so everybody can hear.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh, now you don't want to speak it? Hold on, boom, pop up. Then you, there you go. See, you thought it. See?
There it is.
There it is.
There it is.
Real life, bro.
That's it. And so here it is in the kingdom, man. That's why in that second address it says, "For wicked deeds shall bear no rule."
That's right.
It says, "Good deeds shall be a force," huh?
No, I said right.
Oh, I thought you said right here. I was about to
No,
say,
no,
dang,
I said right.
Yeah.
I got a precept for it.
You got something though?
Yeah, this
Okay,
Proverbs. This Proverbs 29:2. When the righteous are in authority,
Uh-huh.
the people rejoice.
Right. See, when the righteous people, all right, are in authority,
Yep.
has the power of the earth, well, the people that's being ruled over, they ultimately rejoice.
That's
right.
right.
You see? But it says what?
But when the wicked beareth rule,
When the wicked is in power, all right, has the power of the earth, then the people do what?
the people mourn.
And that's what people doing all over the world
Right
is,
now,
is in
under
a
this.
mournful state. So much so there's protests, uproar, sedition, and people even unalive themselves. All right,
And they've been doing it. There's
Exactly.
been a lot of suicides, and Edomite women are turning on their men and divorcing them.
I love
And they're really mad about this MAGA thing.
that's one of the biggest telltale signs
You
of
know?
a downfall
Yes.
of a people.
So
Yeah.
it's
When
it's
they're-
happening.
Yep.
There's
That's how it happens.
there's hundreds, if not
Exactly.
thousands, of videos on the subject matter.
Yep.
All right, and so what I want to do, I want to switch it up a little bit.
I think could he bring out his quick precept he's been holding?
You got who holding the precept?
King.
Malak.
Bring it out, Malak.
This is Lamentations 4 and verse 22. The punishment of thy iniquity is accomplished,
Woo!
O daughter of Zion.
You see, the daughter of thy punishment. We just was talking about in that second Maccabees how don't be discouraged for these calamities that you judge these punishments for our moral improvement. It's a work being done on us, man. But this work that's being done on us is ultimately going to be complete. And this is what the brother is reading right now, how our punishment and us being on the bottom and us going through all these atrocities and all these things being committed against us, which is a part of our punishment that we well deserve,
Was all prophecy
right?
that we had to deal
It's
with.
all prophecy, but it's all prophesied that it's going to end
That's
as
right.
well. So go ahead, brother.
You will no more
Read it from the
care-
top again. I'm sorry.
The punishment of thy iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. He will no more carry thee away into captivity. He will visit thine iniquity, O daughter of Edom. He will
Ooh.
discover thy sins.
See, so our oppressors, the number one enemy with a bullet, Esau, Edom, all right? It says now this is about to come over unto you.
All right, and when you look at what's going on the internet, since the men of the Lord, since the apostles and the elders went live on the YouTube, we've been discovering their sins ever since.
That's it.
Man.
On a daily basis. And the Lord put his spirit on me. That's all I do. I try to do, and the Lord brings me right back. I
try to go to
so
Hey, like
so at
Jonah,
this point,
bring
I
your-
stopped trying. It is my lot to just bring out. I understand that now. I really do. It is my lot to just bring out the evidences against evil.
And they used to get so
I
mad.
tried to
and-
bring out 5-minute videos.
and that
It
never
ain't
happened.
there.
That didn't happen.
You know,
Five.
you
So
know,
about 3 hours and five.
there was a book that I picked up my first year in the truth, and I still have that book, and I did a lot of lessons with that book going back about 14, 15 years ago, because I bought that book, probably in 2008, and there's one particular story that stands out. A lot of stuff that brothers talk about is in that book, and it's called a hidden heroism. And one of the books in there was about this one slave owner named Thomas Thistlewood.
Mhm.
All right, and basically Thomas Thistlewood, one of the punishments that he would do to his slaves, because he had slaves that picked sugar cane. I believe he was in Cuba. I think he was a slave owner in the island somewhere, and I believe it was Cuba. It wasn't Levi. So yeah, and what he would do, the slaves are hungry, so sometimes they would eat a potato or bite a sugar cane, and if he thought that they had done that, what he would do is he would tie them down to the ground in prone position and have another slave shit in their mouth. All right, and that's right there in the book, man. There's some cruelties done in that book. Now we ain't gonna do no fetish mode weirdo shit like that.
Yeah.
But you best believe Isaiah 33 and 18. We're going to dream up and imagine with a holy mind ways to inflict harm, pain, and fear upon you every day. You're going to make our 500-year Holocaust look
like a cakewalk.
Look like a walk in the park.
United States terror.
Like I said, there is no event that took place in the history of mankind that can even come close to what we as a people have been through and are still going through.
That's what the Bible says.
And to the fact that some of our people, they so messed up, they don't even know they messed up.
Damn.
That's when you really need to
Messed
destroy
up.
the
You
people.
so fucked. That's when you really messed
You
up.
didn't know, you didn't really mess the people up when they can't even fathom that they messed up anymore. They just think this is the way it is.
They think it's cool.
I'm not oppressed.
Right.
All
Damn.
right?
What are
Nigga,
you
you got
talking
a
about?
birth
What I hate to
certificate.
hear.
You got a social security number and a birth certificate. Fool, you are oppressed.
You're a
Damn.
commodity.
All right? Exactly. And
Well,
they
You're a
don't,
you have to
they
have
don't
paper
get that.
where you in captivity and you think you free. You in the
Mind
rat.
fuck.
You
That's
in a
a
rat.
mind fuck.
Man, when
That's
you
a-
in a
If you free, nigga, get on the boat and just go to Cuba.
yeah.
See if you can make it.
No,
Go to the airport.
I
And
was
just
just
decide,
telling-
I've never been to Canada.
Man.
I'm just gonna
Took it
fly
out
to
of my
Canada.
mouth.
If you don't
First
have
thing they want to know.
and if you don't have a passport, matter of fact, why would you even need a passport if you weren't free?
That's right.
If you were free,
If you were free, you
all
wouldn't
right,
have
you
a
wouldn't need a passport.
Hey,
You're
that's right,
not
baby.
free.
Exactly.
A
Even
passport.
slaves had
Okay.
paperwork.
passport.
I got that for you.
You get that, and then I want you to bring out some of those accounts that we talked about that you found.
This Isaiah 33 and 18. Thine heart shall meditate terror. Where is the scribe? Where is the receiver?
Right. So we shall meditate terror. I've been meditating terror from the day I woke up.
That's it.
There's something called a wall.
That's it.
And when I go to the kingdom, you're
Shit.
gonna find out what the wall is.
That's right.
Shit.
Bring it out.
And it's gonna be fun for the Israelites, but it is not going to be fun for you either.
Now you know how the scriptures
Right.
say that Esau can't go to sleep without coming up with some
Mhm.
madness.
That's what we're gonna be doing.
The same. No,
Yeah.
we're gonna do the same thing in righteousness. And I was telling the oldest about a week ago. I said, "Man, I'm gonna sit up there like I can't.
Yeah.
Hey, bring me the 2/3 children. Come
Right?
here, kids.
And I'm
Come
gonna
here,
have
kids."
a dark forest.
Yeah.
All right. And that dark forest gonna be some Vlad and Pela shit.
That's beautiful.
All right. And it's gonna be Edomites and their children.
That's right.
Oh yeah.
Okay. That's we talking about some dark ass Brandon Brightburn
Right,
shit
bro.
on your ass.
And it's only righteous
Right.
because right now we don't see the depth of what Esau has done. Even to this day,
Right.
week in and week out, a new book comes up, a new account comes up. of how far Esau went
Yeah,
to put
that delectable Negro was
yes.
something new to me.
yes.
I was not. What was I heard that for the first time a little over a year ago. I was like, what?
They ate us.
Fucking
They,
meal.
they chopped up our private parts. They pickled them. They fed it to us. They ate Nat Turner, man.
Yeah,
They
They
ate
sure
him. They literally ate him, hoping to get his power, man. It's chariots that go back from that era that got our
and there's records of all these things.
Yep.
And you know, so the thing is that if your president can go order to have relics in history removed from a wall, all right, removed out of classrooms, removed out of the history books, and it's not being taught. All because what was the statement that they said? Let me find it.
Okay.
Let me run to my receipts real quick.
I saw that too. They go into different relics. I remember going up top to different sites with the elders, and they'll show us different, spots where they had the whole boards of whatever. They're taking all those boards of our history and the slave things that we went through. They're taking them down.
Can I give you something, Elder? Just
Jake,
because y'all brought it up.
Can I read this first?
Okay,
It says, take action as appropriate and consistent with applicable law to ensure that all public monuments, memorials, statues, markers of similar properties within the Department of Interior Justice do not contain descriptions, depictions, or other content that may inappropriately disparage Americans past or living.
There you go.
They're trying to hide
Yes.
what they've done.
Yes.
All right. They don't want they don't want the truth to come out about how they get, because now what's happening is that children are learning the truth about their forefathers.
Mm-hmm.
They're learning about their foredaddies. And so then you got this they're mad because they feel like they've lost a generation.
Mm-hmm.
This white shaming. First of all, there's no fucking such thing as whiteness.
Listen.
That's some shit you made up and created, okay?
Correct.
This is about Jacob and Esau. You guys are the Edomites.
Yep.
All right. And guess what? It's gonna be chocolate covered Edomites because you guys were raping lots of chocolate people. Okay, women. Okay, so it's not a color thing at all, man.
And that's the dominant gene anyway.
All right. So the point is that the nation of Edom has to pay for what they have done. Okay, and that's why. And so, like you said, the president said had this statement made because it's disparaging. They don't want any images because it's disparaging of the past or the living. So, in other words, he's just going to give out some more pardons to criminals.
That's it.
That's exactly what he's doing.
It.
While arresting people who are not criminals and deporting them, doing it the right way. People showing up to their court hearings, people swearing in. And then you just what the fuck? All of a sudden they're kicking in doors and snatching people, and you in a swearing in. Matter of fact, and that should be a crime within itself. For people to come running into a federal meeting like that, where you gotta having an official swearing in of citizens, and then people kicking the doors and start snatching people. What kind of shit is that, man?
Madness.
All right, waiting for people to get off hospital beds. You barely coming out of surgery and they slapping cuffs on you.
I got a scripture for you.
Bring it out, brother.
This is Sirach 41:7. The children will complain of an ungodly father because they shall be reproached for his sake.
And that's what it is. So they're embarrassed. And then, and women, like you said, it's the first sign that the nation is falling because women are the first ones to, what's the word that I'm looking for?
They tread, they follow.
It starts with a C, conform. Women are the biggest and the first conformists.
They conform to fashion.
And so all of a sudden, there was already this obsession with Jake,
Hey,
Jake was already an accessory.
They put us on the blocks and had us stand up there naked. they women was like, yo.
So the thing is, man, there's already been this fascination.
There you go. That's a good word.
With Jacob, and now you're giving them the perfect excuse because I watched like 4 different videos a day of white women trying to explain why they're going to divorce their MAGA husbands,
Right.
and all the excuses they gave for their racist behavior in the past and how they're fed up with it. Then I saw another video with Lisa Cabrera, and all these Jakes is mad that white women are trying to join the Black Panthers, but y'all not trying to wake up though.
Oh, yeah.
That's right.
They're mad about the Black Panthers and giving all these breakdowns and shit. The Lord is not coming back to save the Black Panthers. He's coming back to save Israelites, man.
That's right.
Okay?
Facts.
Black Panthers are not important at all.
Yeah.
All right?
They part of 2/3.
Yeah, exactly.
You remember how you said about the atrocities that were done to his body?
Yeah.
Basically, it says that after they did
Talking
it to
about
Nat-
Nate,
what's his body?
Nat Turner.
It says basically they took that as a custom after that. Now I'm gonna read it because I was looking at the term coin purse. Esau, being the fanboy that he is, he uses the term coin purse for his ball sack. So you can only imagine. Now let me read to you what Esau admits that he did. It says the association between coin purse and black slaves primarily relates to two distinct historical contexts. They confirmed one as to use the skin of the executed rebellion leader Nat Turner to make a coin purse, and the existence of abolitionist tokens and artifacts. So after that, that's when they started taking, like Jake says, the woman's black breast, would dry it out and make it into tobacco patches, tobacco pouches. Okay. Then this coin purse, like I said, Esau uses that as a nickname for his ball sack. So you can only imagine. It says that they took this custom as a token for when they would mutilate slaves. It says,
why don't you gather up a coin out my coin purse?
right, exactly.
So he probably want to show
Have
his.
you ever seen them? If you've seen them bogus ass coin purse, you know, you ever seen them?
They nut sacks. They nut sacks.
I mean, you know what I'm
Nobody
saying?
only
said
seen like old ladies with.
And what is it? It's like this. It's
Yeah,
two
it's a-
tins.
with
It's
drawstrings
one,
on
two.
it.
And then
With
At the
drawstrings
top,
on
it's
it.
the
The
little
drawstring
clip.
on the
Yeah.
top.
So so Esau doesn't have to tell you. You know, like it's like a fill in the blank. What would he relate to a coin purse?
Nasty devil.
He want to walk around with somebody else motherfucking nut sack
Oh my damn.
with money, with coins in it.
Hey, no, he said he had the tobacco with a titty. Give me one of them titties over there.
No, and for real, because that was the native women and the black women.
Sad,
You know
I
what I'm
had
saying?
to get rid of this one.
Right.
And you know, I had to
I
keep.
could fit in
I
the
had
whole
to-
pouch.
I had
I had to
keep
keep
her
something
titties.
as a memory. I kept something as a memory.
I had to keep her titties. What this? I'm telling you, boy, they got a lot to
You're
pay
too
for.
awesome.
He said sad.
Side note, huh?
These-
Tuskegee.
Experiments and shit.
And they did it in Guatemala.
They did, and
They
ran
did it
that
down
shit.
in Guatemala too.
You
I'm
know
not
what they
shocked.
did? Look, so Elder, you know what they did?
Oh yeah, you talking about the Tuskegee thing?
Yeah,
The
they ran
syphilis
when they
experiments.
When they ceased to doing it here, they took it straight to Guatemala.
They took it to
Exactly.
Guatemala. What they would do is they would rent lady of the night houses, and they would basically have they would infect the women that were giving out the cheap box. They would infect the soldiers that they would give the money to do the test runs to, and then after years, they basically took cameras and filmed the effects of not treating syphilis and letting people live with it without treating it, man.
And-
Esau has always had you as a guinea pig, and you niggas love Esau, man.
And you know what? And like I said, you said that, and I worked at Inglewood Health Center, and they had these different motherfucking things and whatnot down there in the STD clinic where they would open up the book and show you the effects of this shit and warts and shit.
Who
all this
was who?
shit be on-
But they never showed you who was the subject to that, and that was Jake, because in basically in
So
Guatemala,
that's how they came up with the
that's why they
with
would
the-
scare you, because
the-
they're like, look what's gonna happen if
the-
you don't
the-
treat
Exactly,
syphilis.
absolutely.
what do you call this stuff they used to shoot you with? Penicillin.
Penicillins and all that other stuff.
All the,
Yeah, but yeah, and they, like you said, that Tuskegee thing ran from like the 40s up until the 70s.
And the 70s, they took it
They
to
were studying
Guatemala,
those
and
people
they
the whole
just
time.
took cameras. There's Jakes that can't see. There's Jake they're born blind.
Yeah.
Esau has always used you as a lab rat, and he's worst you in the worst ways, because basically what they did is it was basically a penny harlot house. They would give you the penny,
They give you the
you
money.
take the penny,
That hurt.
she take the penny, feed her village, and come back down, and then her children would then be participants of the same experiment cycle, man.
But this is
It was a
one
vicious
dirty.
circle. It was a
This
vicious
is one
circle.
dirty individual,
But
man.
this is the white
and
man.
not, we haven't even mentioned the Jim Crow and the redlining and the FHA. So he's gonna read some of that. Let's go ahead and go down the list, brother.
Can I read one thing first, then bleed into
Absolutely,
this?
brother.
All right, because the elder is right that it was more than 400 years. It says the Atlantic slave trading is supposed to be Israelites began in 1441.
Yeah, and let's get this look. 1441. And call Halal. And do you know, and the transatlantic slaves was the Israelite slave trade. And the owners of it are the JOOs. The people,
That's right.
the Khazar deniers were the people who orchestrated this whole thing.
That's right.
All right.
So they couldn't been the ones on the ship.
They
They could have
couldn't.
been the ones
They
on the
couldn't
ship
have been-
going into.
And they didn't have yokes of iron around their neck. They will put the yokes of iron on people's necks.
If I may, real quick.
Go ahead.
Jewish slave ship owners.
Mm.
Name of
shit,
ship:
Dr.
Abigail, Aaron Lopez, Moses Levy, Jacob Franks. The name of the ship: Crown.
We're talking
Isaac
about
Levy.
the history of the 400+ year Holocaust of the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, who are collectively the Israelites spoken of in the Bible, not the people that's over there now. So the
Isaac
scholars
Levy.
know it. Their scholars know it. The whole world knows it. All right. You just got BlackRock owns every goddamn thing, and they're trying to protect their lie, and you look really stupid trying to protect it at this point. It's way too much evidence against you. Read.
Isaac Levy and Nathan Simpson. The name of the ship: Nassan, Moses Levy. 4 sisters: Moses Levy, Anne Eliza, Justice Botch, and James Abrams. Prudent Betty. From the owners were Henry Kruger and Jacob Phoenix. Hester, Mordecai, and David Gomez. Elizabeth, Mordecai, and David Gomez. Antigua, Nathan Marston, and Abram Lyle. Betsy, William D. Wolfe. Polly, James D. Wolfe. Whitehorse, John D. Sweets. Expedition, John and Jacob Roosevelt. Charlotte, Moses and Sam Levy and Jacob Franks. Caracal, Moses and Sam Levy. And the list is long. I'm gonna stop it right there. It's so-called "You Wish You Were Us" names that were all what you call it? It was not the true Hebrew. It was that Yiddish shit. And those are the names of the majority of the ships. And you can go to all antiquity of the slave ships and the slave ports, and the slave ports and the auction blocks were closed through all "You Wish You Were Us" holidays, man. All right, they were the main conductors and runners of the slave trade, and that's facts.
So it says once again, take action as appropriate and consistent with the applicable law to ensure that all public monuments, memorial, statute markers, or similar properties within the Department of Interior's jurisdiction do not contain descriptions, depictions, or other content that inappropriately disparage Americans, past or living, including persons living in the colonial times, and instead of focus on the greatness of the achievements and the progress of the American people with the respect to the natural features of beauty, abundance, and grandeur of the American landscape, as if all the American landscape and of that grandeur and abundance of American landscape didn't come from these slaves.
That's right.
Didn't come from these actions with all these Jewish-owned slave ships. How you gonna promote one and not promote the other?
Can I play
You're
this
gonna
real quick?
basically you're just gonna promote the guy who's standing at the end of the battle, but you're not gonna see what happened in the
whole
battle.
fight.
It makes no action. It makes no right. And so when the children ask him, "Well, you won the battle. Who did you beat?"
Right.
How do we get this land? Well, we just acquired it somehow. I mean, how the fuck you gonna tell this story, man? So you just gonna, lie about it, make it sound good?
He's like in the
You know,
third week.
Wasn't nobody here.
No, he's like in the third week of November. We got
Yeah,
together.
and
with
then all of a
some
sudden,
Indians.
all these brownies
That's
just started jumping on boats and coming over here and giving themselves to us, and they helped us. And
They came freely. They said we want to work for you.
And then the other brownies, they just gave us their land. They conveniently moved in the middle of deserts and shit where nothing grows. And
Oh, you want that?
we couldn't understand why they did that.
We didn't even like that place in the first place.
We didn't. Yeah.
Yes. If I can play this real quick.
Christian,
Hold on a second.
you have to go look at who owned the slave ships. And guys, people, they'll do everything they can to tell you it wasn't Jews owning the slave ships. It was Jews owning the slave ships. I've checked. I've looked through the logs, not just the conspiracy stuff. Go look at slave ship logs that are available. Go look at the registrations on the ships.
And this is
Go
not
look at who
anti-Semitic.
was in
This
control
is
of ports. Charleston, South Carolina, New Orleans, and St. Augustine. Those were the big three. Those were the big three. And that's where most of the slaves were coming in. The Southern plantation slave-holding culture was not a Christian, white, Southern United States thing. It was a Caribbean, Jewish way of life. You have to go.
That's it. That was it.
Yeah, I've seen that one. I think I may have used it. But go ahead, brother.
I got two lists, but I'm gonna read this one first. It says 1, Tuskegee syphilis study, 1932 to 1972.
He's reading the crimes and the list of the evidences of what so-called white people have done.
Yep.
All right, the suffers that they caused in our 400+ year Holocaust, which we're still in. And the Dwight Howard we're coming out of it. Go ahead, brother.
God. It says Tuskegee syphilis study, 1932 to 1972. Black men with syphilis were intentionally denied treatment even after
Israelite men.
Oh yes, Salakia. Israelite men with syphilis were intentionally denied treatment even after penicillin became the cure. Researchers studied the progression of the disease instead of providing care. Number 2, J. Marion Sims. How you say that word?
Genocidal, psychological experiments.
Yeah, on enslaved Israelite women, 1840s.
Down, brother.
Don't even worry about it. No, read.
Oh, okay. So like it says Sims performed repeated painful that were genocidal surgeries.
That's a tongue twister.
Surgeries on enslaved Israelite women without anesthesia.
Yeah.
Women could not consent their enslavers. It gave permission.
Yeah, and matter of fact, it'll mess you up, but the common saying for them to justify what they were doing is that Negroes' pain tolerance was higher.
Right.
So their pain tolerance was high, so it's okay. You can do it to them. They can take it.
Yeah, we was classified as 3/5 of humans, so
Okay.
they didn't classify as
Yeah.
humans.
Right.
So that's
We
another
weren't
part. of that.
humans either.
Exactly. Right. Yeah.
But go ahead, continue.
Number 3, non-consensual use of Henrietta Lacks cells, 1951 to present.
The
Henrietta
American Park
present.
Service started.
Like today. Henrietta Lacks cancer cells were taken without her knowledge or consent. Her cells, Hala cells, became the foundation of modern biomedical research, generated billions in value. Her family received no compensation for decades.
So they took cancer from her body and then used it to make money, and she got nothing for it.
Family didn't get shit to this day. Wow.
No, go ahead.
Oh, okay. It says number 4, experiments on enslaved people in early American medicine, 1700s to 1800s, which we know that's to present. It said enslaved Israelite people were frequently used in medical experiments because they had no legal rights.
So let's pause it right there.
Mm-hmm.
Hence the reason why they want to digitize everything.
That's right.
Because you can just erase this history with the push of a button. All right, it's on the internet now. So if you get rid of the hard books, that was that Fahrenheit 451. I still haven't seen that movie.
Yeah.
And they were burning all the books and stuff.
Yeah, movie.
But I do remember what was the one with Taye Diggs and Christian Bale when you couldn't have them, they were giving them the medicine so they wouldn't have feelings and emotions.
Oh wow!
And they were burning all the art and the relics in the books.
I remember that.
It was a really good movie. It was like
Equilibrium.
Equilibrium.
And if you get caught with them, you get
caught with a book.
Yeah.
You get put to death.
Yeah, I remember that. That was a good movie.
Yeah, because they had
dystopian.
a gun, kung fu.
Yeah.
They used pistols for some sort of weird ass martial art. They did. But yeah, that was
martial art with pistols.
If I complete this,
they did like just imagine the hand trapping of like Wing Chun Kung Fu.
Right. I got that part.
Bruce Lee's Jeet Kune Do, the way they do that
Yeah.
hand trapping.
Right.
They did that with guns.
So keep each other from shooting each other up close.
Right, so they would be in these gun battles right in front of each other.
Wow.
And or they would be in it was cold. They would be in these gun battles and they would just kill everybody in the room. It was cold.
Okay.
It was called.
If I can play this real quick.
But go ahead, brother.
So
It's a
the
good
American
movie to watch,
Heart
though. You know,
Yeah, right.
not just for
Okay.
the entertainment.
Right.
And I just used that in my lesson. But it was a good movie to watch, you know, not just for the entertainment. It is entertaining, but it just showed you the cruelness of Esau and the cruelty of his medical. The way he had everybody in a drugged stupor.
That's right.
All right, but go ahead.
So the American Park Service started removing a slavery memorial in Philadelphia that was meant to honor the 9 people who were enslaved by George Washington. The removal of the commemorative plaques was ordered by Trump and his Interior Secretary to get rid of disparaging materials from Independence Hall ahead of America's 250th birthday. This is related to the executive order Trump passed last year called Restoring Truth and Sanity to American History, in which he also attempted to remove the slavery exhibit
Restoring
from the
Truth
Smithsonian
and
because he said
Sanity
the head of
back into
America's
American history.
250th
So
birthday.
there were no
This is-
slaves. There's nothing to see here.
Right.
That's what he said.
Oh,
All right, he a
oh
piece of
my
shit, man.
goodness. This
He saw
motherfucker's a
something
liar.
else.
That's
And
like
a
that.
He
father
said
of
slaves. There
ugly.
were never any
What
slaves.
you talking about?
That's
Right.
like that.
What you
video
My
talking about?
Negroes are free. They're basketball players.
Yeah.
Now that's a good point.
Talk with me here.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, they run organizations.
Right.
They got, hey, Ebony, Jack.
Exactly. They're actors.
I got
Hey,
one in
Malcolm,
my
yeah,
cabinet.
Malcolm, he just said that. That's like
My best friend's a Negro.
that's like Jane.
Obama.
Hey, that's like Jane Case saying, "Focus here," and they hit the fucking switch
These men in
and,
black.
and take your memory. And
Pretty
shit.
much.
Yeah.
That's some J&K shit. You're right. They put on the dark glasses and hit the light.
That's it.
But go ahead, brother.
Order Trump passed last year called Restoring Truth and Sanity to American History, in which he also attempted to remove the slavery exhibit from the Smithsonian because he said the museum focused too much on how bad slavery was. Those exhibits are still up to with backlash and legal battles. Philly has already filed a lawsuit to have the signs put back saying that Trump did not engage with the city and does not have the city's approval to make unilateral changes to the president's house exhibit. But make no mistake, this is a propaganda move, and it shows us just how thoroughly the Trump administration is trying to whitewash American history.
Again.
Can I say this? Just like he's trying to do that, he's about to be erased, man.
That's right.
After 1,000 years, he going into slavery, he's gonna be erased.
Well, he's being shamed.
Yeah, man.
Right.
He don't realize that he's the laughing stock of the earth right now.
He is.
He's so stupid, and the people that help him are so stupid. They don't realize
Oh yes,
that little piece of shit, Stephen Miller and his ugly ass wife. I'm gonna slap the shit out of both of them so bad. but the thing is they don't realize Christy Nome, all of them. Okay, they don't realize how frowned upon they are by the world
The
community.
world.
That's it.
Even other Edomites
Yes,
are
sir.
looking down upon them.
Yes, sir.
All right, it's not just us.
How would they complain
Okay.
of an ungodly father if they didn't?
Exactly.
They're complaining. Now, every time I went overseas,
You got a war criminal in charge of America, and you got a war criminal in charge of Israel,
Mhm.
and then and by default he's in charge of America, because if you don't think that the Israelis are calling shots here in America,
something wrong with you.
I
Right?
just-
something's
that-
wrong
that-
with
It's
you.
funny you say
All
that because
BlackRock is running everything, and they're all JOO.
that's right.
They're all Khazar deniers.
Even in Davos, they told in Switzerland, they told Netanyahu that if you come over here, they gave a formal letter to the Israelis and said, if you come over here, Netanyahu, we're going to have to arrest you for IGJC court.
Well, they're being ran out of the world.
Yeah.
See, this is how you know they're not the people of the Lord.
That's it.
Because when the people of the Lord go back to Israel, they will dwell in peace and safety alone, thus saith the Bible.
Right.
All right. But
And
these
all these
people,
will flow into
but
it.
you remember that little bitch, my money, right? It builds your country. You little bitch.
Yeah.
Look, they're being disenfranchised everywhere. In Thailand and China, all throughout Asia, in India, they do not want to deal with these people. And for some reason, Thailand has become a hotspot for Khazar deniers. They just love going to Thailand all of a sudden. So that's like they're going there and they're springing up businesses and illegally, all right, and stealing money from the Thais. That's what they do, man.
That's right.
You know, I had clients here in Chicago, you know, that own some stuff. All right, I'm not gonna say anything because it revealed too much. But I remember how she was always inviting me because she wanted me to run the meet. But she was always inviting me to her their Friday night make believe Shabbat. It's not every Friday night. It comes whenever the moon changes.
The new moon.
Thus said the Bible. And then she was just always inviting me to stuff. And then especially when she became an American citizen. She's having a big party. She said, you got to come, blah, blah, blah. And I'm thinking to myself, damn, you got this big ass business with American employees, all right, mostly Hispanic, but American, because I imagine she got hit hard with that thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then you got a concealed carry, and you're not even a citizen?
Ain't that nothing?
I'm like, how the fuck is this going? You're not and I'm not saying this, I'm just thinking this in my head. Like, damn, you're not even a citizen. You got this big ass successful business. You got these big ass trucks all over the city that everybody done seen. All right. You see the name on the benches everywhere you go. You got a concealed carry.
And you're not a citizen?
And you're not even a citizen yet? How the fuck you do that?
I was say Elder Malcolm.
I'm like, damn, you must know people.
I was say
maybe I should be coming to your house. I'm like, damn. But now I get it. Because they really do, they run shit here in America, man.
Right.
This system is set up for them. We done learned about that, whatever that word is, you say how you get the interest-free loans and all that stuff.
Right.
All the welfare that's going to them. Now you understand that they get every child is born and they getting a certain amount of money and their own bank account plus their mama's bank account, which they get it when they're 18. So they millionaire status by the time they ain't even done.
They turn 18 and the guy with they were doing a survey on the street. They got a bunch of them young guys, the short temple curl guys together. And
cause out deniers.
Yeah, right. Got them, and they was asking the question that, well, if it's so poor or whatever.
No. See, I know where you're going. It's a specific north of New York. There's a specific community that's one of the most poorest or one of the most poorest cities.
But none of the men go to work.
All of them, all of them deniers.
Exactly.
They have all the average for everybody is 7 kids. So they got majority have more than 7. For the average to be 7, and all of them on welfare, all of them on Section 8. They're paying their mortgages, they're paying their rent, and the whole night.
They go to private schools too,
and
all that shit. And they got free health care.
And they said, "How you
right here in America?"
Yes, yes. And
Americans can't even go get their teeth fixed,
bruh.
Right?
You said that like it's personal.
2 weeks.
Yeah,
and that's how deep it goes. And then they had another report that showed you that there's other programs that pay for your whole, not only your rent but your mortgages, and they take all of them. And here go Jake and regular Esau, Edomites, and the regular
who serve the country.
Yep.
Jake who have been in the military. Jake who made a career in the military. Jake who's been in your law enforcement, your fire departments, your postal services. Did these jobs. They can't get none of that. All right.
They don't even even heard of it.
Okay. Slavery. They won't even get that to other Edomites. Other white folks can't even get that.
That's it. But they got it.
But they got it. And you think that they're not controlling your shit, you stupid as fuck.
And if you apply it, you wonder why you get denied.
The problem is too many people are waking up to that. That's why they're angry about it.
That's right.
Because they're exposed.
That's right.
All right. Because if you pull up one video on that on Instagram on the subject matter,
they should have cycled.
It's gonna give you hundreds of them.
It's a cycle.
All right. It's gonna give you hundreds of people making complaints, and not just complaining, but showing you receipts. All right. They're giving you receipts.
But it's theory.
Letterheads and no. And it's not anti-semantic either. It's fucking truth, man.
That's right. Facts.
All right. So not only that, did you make us suffer physically? We suffer mentally, and we're suffering because we got to work for everything.
That's right.
All right. Yeah. Where certain Edomites don't have to work for any goddamn thing. All right. And that's the only reason why so-called white Americans are angry at the JOOs because they know this now.
That's right.
And now
And
welcome to our world.
They don't have
Welcome
access.
to our
that
world. now.
division. I'm gonna tell you too, that whole schism between between that star that
That
they
code,
use. What do they
right.
call that star?
Of David.
That
Moloch.
Moloch, the Moloch star and the Nazi symbol. I keep coming across stuff where they're infused together.
That's right.
And now I have an image in my phone of a dude with the Israeli flag, but he got a big ass Nazi tattoo on his calf.
Mm-hmm.
All right. The Azov battalion, I just find it strange. The Azov battalion, the Israelis was supporting the Azov battalion and I was like, this whole Ukrainian thing. I'm like, why are the Israelis supporting that and giving money to that and sending troops? And I'm like, because Azov battalions are Nazis. So it just letting you know that, this particular event that supposedly took place, that it just makes you wonder what I guess they needed a bad guy in order for somebody to be a victim. But I just find it strange that these people are running together now.
That's right.
All right, because now all you got all these white racist militias with them SS signs and wearing coats and stuff, SS style coats, all in the Ice Cube gang. Right? But you also have Israeli IDF. Make it make sense. Why is the IDF and so closely related with Nazism now supporting it? If they so hate them so much, and they just hate Kanye and that song HH, they just so hurting. So it's like somebody's acting.
And aren't those people still getting paid off of that Nazi shit?
Yeah, I'm just saying. It's just odd that they're running together now. Let me give you a receipt. I know I got it. Let me find it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, here we go.
This supposed to be your arch enemy.
Look at him. Look at his leg.
Then he blew it up.
Look at the flag. What the actual? What? Oh hell no! Oh, the irony. Look at this motherfucker. Look at him. Look at his leg.
On his calf?
Yeah.
Look at the flag. What the actual? What? Oh hell
All you need to do is throw the salute.
So just to prove that I'm not just talking here.
Right.
And that's just one of many. That's popping up all over the place
Right.
now.
And that ain't Photoshop. That ain't AI.
No, that's right.
Exactly. So they can't say that.
So if that this is what's happening.
Yeah.
Somebody, and you can Google and search and find all this stuff. But some Americans ran into some of those Ice Cube gang guys.
Whoa.
Off duty, eating with their mask off, and they had all the SS
Swastikas
on their necks because the Ice Cube gang is hiring known Nazis and the same thing that they claim the FBI is against. White hate groups are being hired into the Ice Cube gang.
Yep.
And I just find it interesting because they're being taught and led by the IDF. And then image like this pops up with a guy rocking that flag with the swastika on his leg. It make it make sense, man. Esau. So what's happening is that the religious bullshit is getting pushed to the side, and the Edomite shit is that now we're Edom. Yeah, that's what's happening. That's what you're seeing. So you're seeing Edom come together against all the other nations and against Jake.
That the origin of the swastika actually goes back to Jake.
I'm sure it does.
And right here it says the African origin. Of course they say African. They say African origin of the swastika. It actually go to Jake.
I thought it was Elam, but
it was us. And they steal everything from us, and then they corrupt it. But they got it going back to the so-called African tribes, which go back to Jake that we was over there. And they steal everything.
Interesting.
They stole everything.
Water, sun, wind, soil.
Right.
So some earth, wind, and fire shit.
Yeah.
No shit. Fake mud.
Yep. And they steal everything. They steal everything.
Well, I can believe it because it's really not an original bone in Esau's body. So everything he gets, he's mimicking, stealing, or appropriating.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
Right.
All he did was create the patent office and steal everything.
I mean, if you go back into the so-called Limba tribes and so forth, different tribes over there that was that came out of Africa, you got the Louis Vuitton symbols.
Yep,
You got
yep.
your all your Fendis and all those Ferragamo. A lot of those symbols come back to all those
Yeah, I've
tribes
seen
and
that,
their garb and their dress.
Yeah, I've seen
And
that.
that's how. And matter of fact, all the shirts with the crowns and the coats of honor and so forth, all that came out of Jake. And now they got multi-million-dollar industries selling that shit.
Yeah.
Because it was beautiful. It was beautiful style that Jake came up with, and they stole it. Yeah.
Y'all want me to still continue with the list?
No, somebody else had a list too.
Did you have one?
Didn't you have one, Jeremiah? But
I
what? Well, you know what? Why don't you get 2 Thessalonians? You got something a lot?
Yeah, get 2 Thessalonians.
2 and 8,
Yep.
or 2,
Gotcha.
the second chapter.
All right.
Read all the way down to 8. But what you got,
All right.
Malak?
This is St. Mark, chapter 4. This is St. Mark, chapter 4, and verse 22. For there is nothing hid which shall not be manifested, neither was anything kept secret, that it should come abroad.
That's right. So all these secrets and all these lies that Esau Edom, very good precept, young brother. But all these lies that Esau Edom has tried to sweep under the rug, you know, their rug been pulled back. All right. You know, you walked in the room and everything was. Now, so you saw this big ass hump under the rug.
I was thinking that same.
Well, you pulled back the rug and the flood of truth came out. You
Like
in
a
the-
cartoon flood.
Yeah, you like, oh shit. And you seen all the things that they didn't want you to know.
That's right.
Hangings, rapes, buck breaking.
That's right.
You know, you seen all kind of shit, man. And you know it's time for Jake. That it's up for Esau. The movie Sinners won in every category.
That's right.
16 nominations in every category it won, man.
Wow.
And the movie was great, in my opinion. The movie was
Oh, the Oscars was today.
no, I just saw a story on it. I don't know when it was. I just happened to see a video.
I don't think he won an award.
But he may not have won any, but the movie won everything. And it was nominated for everything. And nothing that's never been done.
That's rare,
And the fact that it was a horror movie about vampires and Black history kind of, you know, so-called, it was,
Yeah,
it was
the 20s history.
but
here in
he
America.
played two people, so he should have personally got all kind of awards.
Oh, yeah.
But, you know, they was hating on him. Plus, he was smashing a pretty white girl, too. They
Yeah.
But it got best supporting actress, best makeup, best acting, best song, best dance, best dress. It won in every category, man. It never has a horror.
Except for the lead actor.
It says Oscars are a record 16 nominations.
Wow.
Oscars nominates Sinners, setting a record of 16 nominations.
It's never happened before.
Wow.
So it's Jake's time, man.
That's it.
All
And
right,
for the
so
record,
it-
the little white chick in Sinners was really a Jake. But anyway.
Right, so it didn't happen yet.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It's a record 16
Yeah,
nominations.
like Golden Globe.
Yeah, so but the fact
Ain't
that
never
it got
happened. They ain't never
the fact,
heard
and
that.
they probably not going to give them all that stuff
Right.
when it actually comes down to it. But the fact that they got nominated for everything is amazing. That's a win in itself.
Not only that when it comes to Oscars time, they replay these movies. New movies don't get pushed out in the new year because they play all the movies that are nominated. So even if Jake hasn't seen Sinners, it's being put right back in the forefront for Jake to go see that shit.
Yeah.
And they haven't.
And Esau was hating on it at the end too because all those white nationalists got put to death.
Yep.
All right. You know that they didn't like that part. You know they didn't like seeing the Klan lose.
Right.
Yeah, they still
Right. They
like
okay with the Klan doing their dirt
And win it.
and
when
when they
got
out
the guns,
when
got
it's
the gun,
20 Klansmen and one guy,
Oh, that's
or
perfect.
20 Klansmen and two guys,
Mhm.
you know, they good with that.
Right.
But you know, they didn't want to see some guy take out all them, you know,
with
all
that
them
Gatling
cowards.
gun.
You know,
Now you can make me want to watch it again.
the movie was fucking that good. The movie is so good. I instantly, soon as it came out, I bought a hard copy of it. So because I like to collect. I like to have shit.
So when
So-
they decide they want to
Right.
delete some
But
shit,
I
I still got
But
it.
I actually went and bought a hard copy of it. That's how much I was impressed with it. And the soundtrack was off the chain too.
Mm-hmm.
A couple movies came out.
And I believe that weird ass dude who played the Irish dude, he
Right,
was
yeah.
also in
Oh,
this,
that's Jake.
28 Days Later. I believe that dude is Jake.
Yeah,
man.
he all day. Oh man, he had two. He was two Camaro and then singing and doing all that stuff. No, that was Jake. Yeah. That's why the most. That's the reason why, like the brother Ed, man, everything that you've done in secret is coming back out now. You know, this is
Including that time period.
mm-hmm.
Because when you know, I'm not gonna spoil the movie for it, but I'll put it this way: he bought. For those who haven't seen it, is this I don't think this is a spoiler alert. This won't change anything about the movie. But all I can tell you this is that the Edomite that sold him the movie, sold them the building that they turned into a nightclub, was a Klansman.
Absolutely.
All right.
Right.
And he sold the place with the intent on coming back and taking it back by violence and killing everybody that was there.
Sound like he saw.
I'm gonna tell you that. So he knew that they were gonna have an all-night party, and his plan was to let
Wake
them
up
get
in the
nice
morning.
and drunk and sauce, and come in there and come there early in the
Daylight.
morning when they all leaving, and have them a nice little killing. So I'll just leave it at that. All right, that was their plan.
Hey, you know what though? Isn't that Esau's MO going all the way back to Esau himself? He sold his birthright, then wanted to come back and get it.
And then turn around and say you stole it when
Stole
you
it.
sold it.
Yeah,
How not stealing when you sold it?
Right, yeah.
And if you were so righteous, when the father came and said, "Hey," he was like, Pops, I actually
sold it.
my stuff. No, he supplanted me twice.
Right.
As it's not named a supplanter.
No.
Nigga, you a liar. Yes, your name the liar.
That's
Fucker.
it. He was supplanting, you the liar.
No accountability.
That's it.
Yeah.
Hey, like a female.
I've done that in lessons many a time.
Come on, man.
He went in there to receive a blessing that was no longer his.
Exactly.
You sold your birthright. You sold it.
For red meat.
All right.
That's it.
You sold it. So it's not, and I always use the analogy of a used car. All right. Say you got my favorite car is a Mustang.
The Mustang.
All right. 67 Mustang.
Oh, and that's an automatic, just so
All right.
you know which one we was talking about.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. But yeah.
I know I did the same thing.
It gotta be a stick, man. But anyway,
that's right.
but that's my favorite car. Beautiful car. It was actually my first car. My first two cars were both 67 Mustangs. First cars I ever owned. One was a coupe, and the second was a fastback. All right, but nevertheless, say I sold that car because I wish I had those cars right
Man.
now. God, I wish I had.
$100,000.
But they would be, especially the first one.
Easy.
The first one would be,
Easy. That
But,
could be more than that.
but nevertheless, if I sold that car to the man across the street, it's his car now.
That's it.
Right.
So I'm in my garage, cleaning up my garage,
Got an extra set
and
of
find an
keys.
extra set of keys, and I want to run up the street to the store real quick. Decide I'm gonna run across the street, just start it up and go to the store and come back. And Justin then I'm leave 2 minutes later, he come out like, "What the fuck is my car?
That's right.
It ain't my." And
He
so
ready
he
to
reports
report
the car
stolen.
stolen. All right, so the police rolling, and how you going? It ain't like it's a whole lot of 67 Mustangs rolling around. Right, it ain't gonna be hard to find.
No, that's gonna stand out like sore tongue.
And I'm like, wait, I got the key. I'm like, well, this is not your car. Was this car registered? Well, I sold it. It's no longer your car, sir.
Hey,
So Esau, Esau Edom, the so-called white man, is a thief. He's a liar. He's a murderer, right? And you are going to be held accountable for all these atrocities that you have committed upon our people.
That's right.
Hey,
You will not get away with this.
he showed up here saying, "I discovered you."
Right.
How the fuck you discovered me?
So guess what? We're gonna go knock on some doors in some of these rich neighborhoods.
You've been discovered.
Yeah.
All right.
That's the
Yes, may I help you?
I discovered.
We just discovered your ass. So
You're not the Lord
Yeah.
of the manor,
So
but
right.
guess what? But your female is fine.
right. So
can
you
leave
just
her.
need to, what do you mean you've been discovered? Pink? You've been discovered, nigga. You figure it out. but that's what they did.
And that's
Is that not what they did?
Hey, they did
Let's
that.
be real about it. That's
Hey,
exactly, and they did it very violent.
Hey, they're trying to do it now again.
In some cases, they came bringing gifts and bearing gifts. And, wine and cheese? Well, thank you, sir. Why? Pink?
Right.
And they're trying to do
Or
it.
they befriended you and then they took your shit.
And what did Christopher
You know?
Columbus, who they call Christopher Columbus, who they call Christopher Columbus say? He said, "Let it be known that I did not put down my sword."
Yeah.
That's what I said.
Yeah.
Hey, now they're trying to do
And Bartholomew de la Casas wrote that in
Right.
his journals too.
That's right.
That Colon said that. Cristobal Colon
That's right.
was the real name of Christopher Columbus for any of you who may be watching and did not know.
That's right.
All right. You have something, brother?
Yeah, there's some fools on here talking about he stole the blessing, and I was just gonna clarify that he didn't. Bottom line.
What Bible is that fool reading?
No, it's some JD
That's
clown, and I deleted the fool. But just to clarify,
Romans 9.
yeah, exactly. Roman 9 clearly tell you, you know what I mean. Somebody grab it right quick. But I was going to the Hebrews part, Hebrews where he explained that Esau is not going, he didn't steal nothing, and the Roman 9 clarified that he
Go ahead
didn't
and
steal
bring it
the
out,
blessing.
brother.
This is Romans, it's Hebrews 12 and 11. It said, "Let there be any fornicator, profane person as Esau, who for one morsel of meal sold his birthright."
That's right.
You know what I mean? Point blank and period. He sold his birthright, and then
And that's the end of it. So
Right.
you going by what some lying ass boot licking pastor told you.
Exactly. Right.
Some Sambo ass pastor, and you a Sambo yourself, bro. Stay off my comment board, bitch.
I delete this goofy butt. You know what I mean? And then-
Hey, but stand
get
soft,
the
man.
clarification for Romans that he didn't steal a blessing either with your dumb ass.
This is Romans 9:11. For the children being not yet born, neither having done any good or evil, that the purpose of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, according to the election,
His
might
purpose.
stand, not of works, but of him that calleth.
So it was a purpose of the Lord to put by Esau. Somebody can grab that.
Yep.
To put by Esau and choose Jacob, man.
Yeah,
That's right.
Okay. And how did that happen? He gave Esau the mind and the heart, mind la'ab, same word. All right, to sell his birthright for some half-cooked meat.
That's right.
Meat that still had blood in it. Wasn't even done yet.
Right.
That's
He
what
was
he
like, no,
likes.
nigga. He's like, no, nigga, a little blood on it, throw some salt on that shit. This shit busting.
El Tata.
Right.
So in the spirit, it was already Jacob's. It
That's
was
it.
just that.
So how did he steal it? And
Right.
how you gonna say
He
that?
sold it.
All
And
right.
he's-
But when Esau says it in Genesis 36,
Right.
he's lying.
Exactly. That's what he
So
does.
for you so basically you're regurgitating
You stand on
his
the
lie.
lie. You stand
You
on the
standing
lie.
on the lie, not the truth, JD.
and dismissing all the other scriptures that say contrary-wise.
Right.
This is 2 Ezra 3:16. And unto him thou gavest Isaac, and unto Isaac thou gavest Jacob and Esau. As for Jacob, thou didst choose him to thee, and put by Esau. And so Jacob became a great multitude. So he just put by Esau. He's like, oh, let me just go put this to the side. And he put him to the side.
Hey, take this and get down the road, man. I ain't fucking with you.
That's it.
He did it to Ishmael. He said Ishmael and Hagar up the street.
Right.
Absolutely. There you go. Exactly. So it ain't like that was new to Yahweh. You like, hey man, you take this shit and get the fuck down the
He
road.
said the older will serve the younger. It was
Absolutely.
already commanded.
Already
Lord already
commanded.
said it. in
Hey,
Moses.
it goes back to the scripture. It said he sold his birthright. Once it was sold, it was sold. And there was no other evidence in the scripture that he re-got it back. So when it came time, he said, are you going to supplant me now again? No, nigga, you sold it.
And that brings us to where we are.
Right.
We're at the time where Esau's about to be put by.
That's right.
Okay? Get
The
that,
water.
Thessalonians, and somebody go to 2 Ezra 6.
I got it. 54.
Yeah.
The 2 Ezra 6 and 54. And after these, that I'm also.
No, start at 6 and 7
Right.
first.
Esau's the end of the world.
This
Jacob's
is
the father.
2 Ezra 6 and 7. Message. Then answered I and said, what shall be the parting asunder of time, or when shall be the end of the first and the beginning of it that followeth? And he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau.
Right.
For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth.
Right. So Esau's at his end, man. And Jacob is but why you think Esau's acting an ass? Shooting his own men and women in the streets.
Right. Hey, and if I may say, in that very same scripture, at the very top, it says, before this, before that, before this. So basically,
Absolutely.
before
The setup.
day one of time,
Come on now.
the Most High thought of everything.
In the beginning.
Right.
The setup.
This was in the Most High's mind. So this is how he planned it. He said, I will do all my,
Good
all my
pleasure.
counsel, all my pleasure. You see?
The
It says
setup.
this is not according to what they did good or bad, but according to the purpose of the Most High God. and his purpose had been his purpose before day one of time.
Hey, didn't Rebecca inquire, and the Lord said, 2 manner of people gonna come from your off top. So before the kids was even born,
right?
The mama knew. Okay, this is the breakdown on this shit.
That's it. That's it. He said the elder shall serve the younger.
Period.
This is what is going to happen.
That's why she had no fear when she told him, go put this on, do this. You Jacob, we supplanting his ass. And you got my blessing doing
but
it.
check it out. If Esau was on the up and up, he would be like, oh, you know what, Pop? I sold it. All right. I sold it to him.
Exactly.
It's his. You know what I'm saying? So no, don't worry about it, Pop.
And for them,
he just would have asked for a secondary blessing.
Yeah.
And say, look, it ain't mine. But he wasn't on the up and up. Let me read this real quick.
Exactly.
This is Howard Chanel will put this one up. This is Jeremiah 49:10. But I have made Esau bare. I have uncovered his secret places, and he shall not be able to hide himself. His seed is spoiled, and his brethren and his neighbors, and he is not. So he's going to have no seed, no nephew. There's going to be no males left for the Edomite race to continue, man. All right, and then and so your women just gonna get bred out, and them that are left of you when that time comes, they go into the fire with you anyway. Right to the big barn, to the Edomite bonfire. Get that 2 Thessalonians. All right.
Why to get that? The fact that
just read 8, verse 8.
The fact that
matter of fact, just hold it, Salakia, brother.
It's okay. The fact that when Esau and Jacob made that deal when they were young men, and it waited to the Lord, to his father getting ready to pass for them to come out, show you the debauchery of Esau Edom, because he was a straight up nigga. That would have been told to Pops way before close to his death. He was, I sold the birthright, so it's going to go to Jacob because I sold it. He hid it for all those years and then tried to take it on his father's deathbed.
Well, he had the same spirit of Cain, because he was Cain.
Yes, sir.
All right, and he came back and he did the same shit he did before.
That's right.
He lied to the Lord, man. He lied
again.
All right,
that's right.
Because the Lord said, "Where's your brother?" Knowing the Lord already knew the answer.
What you mean? Where my brother?
Well, my brother, I don't know.
I don't know where. Am I my brother's keeper? I'm supposed to be checking on him all the time.
You believe this shit, man? Don't you know your brother? We'd already faced off in fucking heaven.
So and then he told him, man, your brother's blood has already cried out to me. He'd already talked to me.
That's right.
He got back stood in front of me. My brother killed me. Ain't that some shit?
And he did some sneaky behind the back shit. He didn't look him in his eyes. He probably was just minding his own business and just saw a flash and he was gone.
Right, and then buried him and all that.
And act like he didn't know where he was. So Esau, Edom, look, you Edomites got a lot to pay for, man. Go back to that second answer. That's gonna be the last one.
Oh, okay, guys.
When we go back to the 654.
Yeah, Baba Kushah.
This second Ezra 6, starting at 54. And after these, Adam also, whom thou madest Lord of all thy creatures, of him come we all, and the people whom thou hast chosen. All this I have spoken before thee, O Lord, because thou madest the world for our sakes. As for the other people, which also come from Adam, thou hast said that they are nothing.
Do you hear that, Genesis?
I'd be like unto spittle.
Oh, no, hear that, Genesis? Now they can get in the kingdom now. Though.
Maybe they don't believe in the Apocrypha anymore. That's
that's
not
like
part. It's not a part of the Bible, right? So that the Apocrypha got dismissed with Paul.
Yeah, man.
So the sound doctrine went out the window.
Yeah, Paul. Yeah, they dismissed Paul a long time ago. You ain't know, bro?
Yeah, no. I knew.
Yeah. But yeah, go ahead, brother.
And has likened the abundance of them unto a drop that falleth from a vessel.
Of the abundance.
Now that was all, and they dismissed Paul because it was a part of their cult of personality, wearing hats.
And the long hair.
And the long hair. That's why they dismissed Paul, because they had to find out a way that they can keep wearing fitted hats
while they do lessons
and keep and keep long hair.
That's funny.
Hair past their shoulders, because there's nothing wrong with you having some braids,
right?
You having a big old fro, But when your hair starts going down past your shoulders, man, that's just too long hair. And being I would just say humbly but truthfully a specialist in combat, All right.
Oh yeah, that's easy.
Having long hair
It's
is
a detriment.
is a very it's a detriment to your physical safety. It
Where the
really
head
is.
goes,
You know, for a man to have long hair in combat is not a good thing to do, man.
Yeah,
Right?
that's
Because someone who's lesser than you could actually dominate you simply by getting a good grip on your hair and turning your head.
In the
Wrap it
Right?
around
And
the
a
hand.
man strength, you know,
Wrap it around
I
your
mean,
hand
you
one
have man
time.
strength
That's
too,
it.
but you know your neck is not as strong as you think it is.
break that alignment.
And so once your alignment is broken, you can't get
Your
it back.
equilibrium is gone.
Your strength, everything
Yes.
is gone.
That's right,
You don't have no more balance. You have nothing, and it'll be easy for someone to just start damaging you until you can no longer defend yourself.
In the
And we
NFL,
see it every day on YouTube
That's right, brother.
with these dudes with these dreadlocks and these long ass hair, and they be getting snatched by their head and they can't control it, and they're just getting pummeled.
And then
Mollywopped.
Swung around. One nigga
Pummeled.
just swung around like a merry-go-round.
Yeah, so they're gonna learn to cut them. You wait till ICE is going to grab a lot of hair and slit a lot of throats and grab a lot of hair and poke people. You know, and ain't gonna be nothing they can do about it. They're gonna take them pokes and bleed out.
It's funny that you
All right,
said
because of all that long hair. You jakes out there with that long ass hair, you need to cut that shit immediately.
you know, it's funny that you said like that because of the fact that, like I said, there was a couple running backs here this past season, and I mean strong dudes, buffed up, this, that, and other. You know, the epitome
Getting
of
dragged across the field because they got that long
hey
ass
man,
hair.
hey, done got by the guy, this, that, and other. He grabbed that hair. They like, man, it was like, yo, man, hell,
Yeah,
I
but they
grabbed
say
what
if
I
it's
can
hanging
grab.
down, it's part of your jersey. They can
That's
grab
it.
your jersey.
exactly. It says NFL. It says playing with long dreadlocks or braids that hang out of the helmet are subject to the Ricky Williams rule. So they made that rule back when Ricky Williams used to have his dreadlocks hanging out to the jersey.
Yeah.
So anything that hangs that long, they could pull you down. Before it was, if they put their hand inside your equipment, it's horse collar. But if they grab you by the hair, it's fair game. So
There you go.
they call it horse.
So
horse
for
collar.
for vanity, and it just looks so effeminate. And I understand that.
They confuse women all the time.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. When you sitting down and your hair's way down the middle of your back,
Hey, baby.
Hey, hey,
dude turn around, got a beard and shit.
That's supposed to be the signal. Okay, you're a female. Your hands down to past your fucking shoulder blades. Yeah, hold on. Damn, ain't that some shit?
Cut your hair, bro. Right? Get them scriptures though. Bible shot.
Some soft ass shit.
He said second person too.
Yeah.
He said this one last.
Pega later.
Whoa.
Hey, that's why he didn't want to cut his hair.
That's it.
Damn.
And then Whack 100 cussed it. I mean, got his ass good. No homo.
The pega later.
Go ahead, brother.
The
He
second
was cool as long as he wasn't getting hit with nothing bigger than what she getting hit with.
That's right.
Oh.
So
That's what he said out of his own mouth.
maybe he liked his hair getting pulled.
That's
out
out of his own mouth. And for the record, he keeps saying, I ain't never done it. The scripture says, if you think to do it, if you thought upon it, you did it.
Oh,
So
now he tried to
bullshit.
deny it?
Yes.
Absolutely.
He said.
So that was just our fantasy. That's our talk. That's our talk. But the Lord said every idle word, thought, and
you gotta give
account for. So he said, if you think about
What
it, somebody,
man
come on, brother, come on,
meditates? What fuck?
come on, no man does. No man want that shit unless you like that shit. Fuck ass out of here, man.
We can anyway. Go ahead.
This Second Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 8. And then shall that wicked be revealed, whom Yahweh shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming.
So, hey, call halal Yahweh Shai. I am going to destroy Esau Edom with the spirit of my mouth, being the words of the Lord, until he beams me up or lays me down.
That's right, brother.
So with that, all praises, glory, and honor be unto Yahweh.
Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash.
Kwam Yasharala.
Kwam Yasharala.
Abba Ball.
Turn those machines off.
Somebody hit my
Go to the cellars and buy.
I already know.